Hi, welcome. I'm Jacqui, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a face in a realistic and polished manner using coloured pencils. Coloured pencils are a fantastic medium and they can create absolutely amazing results. People often think they're for kids, but they're not. Professional artists actually use them all the time. If you look at this illustration I did of the Mona Lisa, you can see how polished and finely tuned the end result is. First, I start by blocking in the face with grey lead pencil. Grey lead pencil is easier to rub out than coloured pencil, so it's easier to fix if you make a mistake. If it's put down too hard though, it will smudge under the coloured pencils and make your work look a little dirty. The expression I'm choosing to draw is quite a calm one, which will suit this polished look. It's really important to choose a medium and a style that will suit the emotion of your work. If you were doing a really crazy expression with movement, you could use a loose pastel style or something else that's quite free. For this though, pencils will be fine. Next, I start lightly working in the colour. Everything we look at has a variation of shade, even though we think of it as a single colour. I'm constantly looking at what parts are light and dark in any given section. The more you draw, the better you get at discerning these differences. I usually keep my pencils with a good amount of lead showing so I can shade on the side and block the colour in quickly. I'm constantly cross-hatching to keep it looking smooth, mainly using a light skin colour. On this section of the face the tones are darker, so I'm going to shade more heavily with my pencil. Once the skin tones are basically blocked in, I start adding variations of colour within the same spectrum. On the darker parts, I add darker tone with some light tans and browns. I then work back over it with a lighter colour again, cross-hatching all the time to create a very smooth effect. This is called burnishing. It's a technique that can create a beautiful, rich glazed look. It's done by layering multiple colours over the top of each other and then by applying heavy pressure with a lighter colour, in this case, a cream. The entire surface texture of the paper is filled up, creating a really slick finish. On the lighter skin tones I do the same, going over it with light colours and white on the very light parts. Mixing the colours of the pencils in this way is similar to mixing paints on a canvas. I start working the details around the eyes and other features. Once again, it's all about the variations of colour. If you look at the whites of the eyes, you'll see that they're often not white at all, but various shades of grey, and usually darker on the outer edges. I achieve this once again by mixing the colours on the paper and by cross-hatching. Once it's all basically in, I can then work over it again to really fine-tune it, always standing back to check that the colours and tones are working and looking natural. Sometimes you may want to bring out some of the whites a little more, and you can use a bit of gouache to do this. This is especially useful in doing the hair with all the tiny white highlights. I haven't covered in this the proportions or structure of drawing a face. If you want to learn more about the basics of drawing, then you can purchase my book and DVD called Simply Drawing. Enjoy the process of using coloured pencils. They're an amazingly versatile medium. In my next episode, I'll be talking about using watercolour pencils, and this time drawing a hand.